Are you looking for the best laptops for video editing? In this video, we will look at some of the best laptops for video editing on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Apple 2023 MacBook Pro Laptop M2 Pro. With a large Retina display that supports the P3 color standard and a processor designed to handle heavyweight tasks like rendering multiple layers of high-resolution video, Apple's M2 Pro and M2 Max MacBook Pros are some of the most powerful around, making them our choice for best Mac laptop for video editing. Apple has a deep history building computers favored by creatives, with the machines finding homes with photographers and designers, musicians and record producers, and, of course, video editors. After the massive reception to the M1 Pro and M1 Max chips, it's still impressive just how much of an upgrade the new 16-inch MacBook Pros with M2 Pro and M2 Max chips are. The latest MacBook Pro offers a choice between the M2 Pro chip and the top-of-the-line M2 Max chip. Obviously, the Max provides the highest level of performance, but even the M2 Pro provides enough oomph for intense editing jobs. Like the M1 model, the MacBook Pro M2s use the MagSafe 3 charger with a burly 140W charging brick. The 16-inch model offers 3 USB-C Thunderbolt ports, an HDMI out, and even a built-in SD card reader. While the reader itself isn't super fast, it's handy in a pinch for dumping footage or images. The laptop also benefits from its bright, 16-inch Retina display, which supports the P3 wide color standard used by Hollywood, as well as multiple refresh rates. Of course, it can be configured to match other color standards, like Rec. .709, used for TV. This helps with accuracy when color correcting your videos. Number 2. Apple 13-inch MacBook Pro. The 13-inch MacBook Pro boasts a muscular M2 chip capable of handling most video projects, and its compact size makes it ideal for YouTubers who like to work while maintaining a fast-moving lifestyle. Please, 13-inch MacBook Pro delivers solid video performance while remaining small enough to make and post YouTube videos from the road. When you're a content creator traveling with a camera, tripod, and other filmmaking tools, you'll appreciate a laptop that doesn't weigh you down. The 13-inch MacBook Pro takes advantage of Apple's high-end M2 chip to deliver fast and robust video performance. You can't configure the laptop with a third-party graphics processor, but the system graphics perform well and are more than enough to handle most HD or 4K projects destined for the web. The high-resolution Retina display supports the P3 color standard and is nice and bright for working outdoors. That said, it's still only 13 inches. The trade-off for easy mobility is a cramped work environment. The reported 20 hours of battery life is almost twice as long as the 16-inch MacBook Pros. This is great if you're spending time cutting videos while at conventions, concerts, or on vacation. It's also useful even when you're back at home base. With one of the 2 USB-C ports needed for plugging in a power cord, there will be times when you'll have to rely on the battery to operate 2 peripherals. Number 3. Gigabyte Aero 15 OLED XC. The Aero 15 OLED XC splits the difference between an editing workstation and a full-powered gaming laptop by including enough processing power to handle 4K video, as well as a graphics driver that's fast enough to deliver video game frame rates. If you like to wrap up a day of editing by relaxing with some gaming, look no further than Gigabyte's Aero 15 OLED XC. While some of its performance specs don't quite match those of the top laptops for either video editing or gaming, they're certainly up to the task of cutting your 4K movie and then running your favorite first-person shooter. Armed with an 8-core i7 processor, the Aero 15 can edit and process large video files. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 30 graphics driver isn't the fastest on the block. Still, it delivers enough performance to keep video games looking smooth and sharp and performs well when rendering 3D graphics, lighting, and other power-hungry types of imaging. The Aero 15 features a bright 15.6-inch Samsung OLED display with strong contrast. It covers 100% of the wide DCI-P3 color gamut, the Hollywood standard that's making strong inroads on the web as well. This makes color correcting tasks much easier, and video games pop with vibrancy. Unsurprisingly, the strong OLED display, not to mention a funky, light-up keyboard, runs down the battery quickly. Reports and tests put it at about 8.5 hours, which is certainly enough to get you through the day before needing to plug in, but just barely. Number 4. Apple iPad Pro 12.9-inch. Apple's most powerful iPad has a superior screen, ample processing power, and access to some surprisingly powerful editing software, including DaVinci Resolve. The M2-powered iPad Pro is the most powerful tablet in Apple's lineup. That gives it plenty of oomph to churn through surprisingly intense edits while on the road. The 12.9-inch Liquid Retina display offers a wide color gamut and HDR support for both editing and playback. It only has a single USB-C Lightning port, but it supports high-speed connections for additional storage and up to 6K monitors if you want to sit at a workstation. While some of the most popular editing apps aren't available in full for iPadOS, at least not yet, the list is growing. Blackmagic recently introduced a version of the popular DaVinci Resolve software designed specifically for the iPad. If you're a fan of touch-based interfaces, this option obviously provides a better experience than any traditional laptop with a touchscreen display. The Apple Pencil can come in handy for things like motion graphics, which might be tricky or annoying with a touchpad or mouse. It's not spec'd out for editing full IMAX movies, but it can handle regular editing without much of a stutter.